Hello, I'm filmmaker Archie Wright.
Hello, and I'm ball painter Tim Baker.
Where tradition turns into stories and stories turn into laughter. Stay tuned because this
Is the Shrovetide podcast, Shrovetide Special.
They all play hard, they all play well, but there's always stories to be told. That is why I have the great honor to say, Archie Wright and Tim Baker, are you ready for the stories? Who will the guest be today? When the ball is robbed in red, white and blue, and the man tries his best, the players get stories, which is why we are here. Archie Wright and Tim Baker. Who is the guest today?
So guys, you both are turning up the Shrovetide Ball on Shrove Tuesday and Ash Wednesday this year. And, well, Shrovetide is only a week away, so how do you both feel?
Yeah, but rather nervous about the speech. I think everybody doesn't like the speech, but you can't throw the ball up without the speech.
Ridiculously exciting. It's been a part of our lives, all our lives. And so to be at the centre of it all of a sudden is an extraordinary privilege.
So, this is going to be an obvious question, I'm going to have to ask it. How did you both hear that you were going to do it? How did it come your way? How were you asked?
I was away at the time, and so I got a message from Nigel to give him a call. Still didn't twig then, and then when he told me, I just moved away.
Brilliant.
Proper surprise.
Good.
Well, I got a knock at the door. It was dark, and they said, "Who's that?" I said, "Well, I don't know." So I shut the door to stop the dog barking, opened the door, and John and Nigel were there. And I says to him, I says, "I know exactly what you've come for." And I says, "Yes, please. Thank you very much."
Wonderful.
Did any of you both think you would ever turn up a Shrovetide Ball?
No, not in the least.
Just interjecting before you answer, Andrew, your family comes from a long line of Shrovetide Ball terms. Do you think that had an effect on you throwing one up?
Previous members of my family have been lucky enough to turn up the ball, but I didn't feel like I'd earned the right yet, and live in hope, but I certainly didn't see it coming.
Brilliant. So it's a great privilege, obviously, and how do you both feel that you're adding your names to that illustrious roll of honour that has sporting personalities, royalty, peerage, all sorts of sort of wonderful names on there? How do you both feel about that?
Just to be a part of this game's history is something truly special.
Something for your grandkids.
Exactly. Future generations, it's just a total thrill to be a part of it.
Brilliant.
I just wish my mum and dad were still alive to see me do it.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, my mum really would have, been over the moon. But I think there was that was a medal of gold. They didn't throw one up.
Right. That's a relative.
I believe so.
Right.
Yeah.
So can I ask, I know with you, Peter, you have played, but have you ever played Sir Andrew?
I have. I've played many times, but I could never consider myself a player because I've been in the hug many times, but really just faffing around on the periphery of the game, enjoying it for what it is, getting stuck in, but nothing compared to the legend sitting next to me.
So, guys, a week away to Shrovetide. It will be Shrove Tuesday this time next week. Your job will have been done, Andrew. Do you hope, both of you, that the balls are gold?
Mixed feelings on that one because these are so incredibly precious. And so to own one would be a miraculous thing, but at the same time, heroes are made, golden balls at Shrovetide, and who would want to deny that?
Peter.
Yeah, it needs to be scored, really. So that somebody gets the privilege of scoring. I never did. I've got the privilege of throwing one up.
Is that one of your regrets, Pete, that you never goal?
Well, there's scorers and helpers.
Right,
And I
you
think
class
I was
yourself
just
as
a helper. Yeah.
You were always there, though.
I was
remember
always
as a
there,
kid,
yeah.
If I didn't know you, I knew you jump.
Yeah, I can never not remember going or seeing. So, well, I can't remember the early times being thrown up, but it could be like, I don't know, something 120 times I've watched it thrown up.
Amazing.
And when I was young in the pram, the ball came over the top, hit me on the head, and then just bounced off and then went up. I'm glad it wasn't this one.
Certainly not with the weight on it.
Yeah, and it just, lucky off it went, so that's sort of like knocked Shrovetide into me.
So if you were to get the balls back that you turn up, would you have it painted, the same way by the same painter, or would you just keep it how it is?
Good question, that. Depending on how scruffy it was, I think I would like to have it back like this again, if Tim could do the honours.
Absolutely.
You're right. I mean, they are spectacular as they are now. You see balls that have been repainted where elements of the ball have been kept in their scarred state to reflect the blood, sweat and tears that have gone into it, and that's a wonderful thing. But having put all the things precious to me on the ball, I'd like to keep them on the ball.
So Peter, you spoke about the incident with the pram, but what are your both recollections of your earliest memories of going to Shrovetide? Not playing, just going.
It's not so much a memory, because I guess the first time I was ever at Shrovetide was when my dad turned up in 1978, and my mum was with him on the plinth, heavily pregnant with me at the time, and she got that squeezed and jostled that she thought she was going to give birth to me right there and then. So I was very nearly a Shrovetide baby.
Right. What month were you born, Andrew?
I was born in May.
Oh, right, so only a couple of months before, because it was very early in February in 70. I think it was the 7th of February.
Exactly.
One of the earliest days.
So, but that's not my earliest memory. My earliest memory would be being taken down by my parents and kept away back from the game.
Safe parents.
Safe parents.
Peter.
Yeah, my mum always took me because my dad was always at work. I can't remember the earliest time. Well, apart from the pram situation where I got
It's just
knocked on the
something that's
head.
always been with you.
It's just always been there. Yeah, it's just life, part of Ashbourne people's lives to go. Like I say, I can't remember a time that I didn't go. I mean, I didn't go down in '67 when Foot and Mouth was on. And I think, I don't know about, what was it, 2001, the other one?
Yes.
Yeah.
They had a miniature one in 1968 on the rare.
Yeah, but that was sort of like kept secret, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a subterfuge game.
Yes, yeah.
It's taken them years to recognise it.
Yes, yeah. Well, what about when they had the kids' games earlier on?
In 2014?
No, I mean going right back.
Oh, right back into it, but the boys' game stopped about 1910, but I don't think you remember that.
No, not today. Anyway.
You're looking good on it.
It sounds like you remember the times when you worked there.
Well, yes. People do say that. Yeah.
Has it actually properly synced in yet that you're turning up a Shrovetide ball? Has that actually properly synced in?
It's getting there. It'll sink in when I'm standing up doing that speech. That's one thing for sure. Yeah. It's still a whirlwind of a thing to me. I still can't believe that I'm here sitting holding the ball and throwing it up. It's a dream, and I hope I don't wake up halfway through that speech and it's not.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I think Mick Wright said on one of his podcasts that he used to have nightmares of taking the ball to Sturston, and when he got to the goal he was holding a golf ball.
I've had that.
Oh yeah, wow.
To Sturston.
So following what Archie's just said about how it's sinking in with you, obviously, how's the build-up been for you both since the moment it was announced on social media this year, then in the paper? How's that build-up felt being, and the involvement you've had in the painting of the balls, taking the balls out to schools, etc. How's that felt?
It's been incredibly special. It's been wonderful to be a part of it. But growing up around here, we know how important it is and what it means to everybody and to us. But that just gets reaffirmed when you're talking about it with everybody, going around the schools and seeing the kids' reactions, and it just gets even more special.
The little bird told me you travelled 800 miles from the north of Scotland to come and do the schools, especially.
Some embellishment, probably more like 350.
Okay, but a long way still, nonetheless.
But wouldn't miss any of it.
Brilliant, Peter.
Say it again, sorry.
Sorry, how has the run up been to you since the announcement? All the things you've been involved with, how's that felt?
It's been great. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. I want to go around again next year, even though I'm not throwing the ball up.
Me too. Just cash in.
Yeah, it's marvellous. I mean, all the kids are sitting there and asking all the questions and little bits and bobs, and especially that little lad at Bradley.
Mm-hmm.
When you and Simon have got to do that.
What paint boxes on next year's
I
balls?
wasn't going to say that.
It doesn't matter, we'll give it a go. Maybe we could find a little gap somewhere.
Yes, yeah.
That or a dinosaur.
Or
Yeah.
a dinosaur. Yeah, in a box.
In a box. Mind you, somebody when I was their age asked me, I would have said a Dalek.
Well, yes. Yeah.
Strong choice.
Yeah. So obviously all this has been a huge, huge surprise, which obviously is going to take a lot of time to come in. But, your attentions, or the attentions of the public here, are going to be on you fixed, aren't they, when you're on that plinth? And how does it feel to know that until that ball is gold, it's technically your property at the moment? How does that feel?
I think when you first said that it hit me like a lightning bolt. That just the idea of it being mine was so shocking. But yeah, as soon as it's released,
Right.
That is no longer the case, and then it is with the gods at that point.
Absolutely. Peter?
No, I never really thought of it about being mine or Andrew's being his. Never really thought of it that way.
We do have the balls here, folks, by the way. You might not be able to see them, but there you go. The match balls are here with us as we do this interview. Probably this time next week, Andrews won't quite look like that, but who knows?
So there's so many how does it feel questions, but they're the best sort of questions. So how does it actually feel from, so many years seeing people turning up a ball to now you're doing it?
Well, to be honest, it's only been the last few years when I've actually known the person who's throwing the ball up, and there'll probably be people out there now who don't know who we are. You go to play, all you're interested in is get the ball thrown up. We're not interested in who you are, we just want to play. So, yeah, I mean, as I've said earlier, so many times I've seen it thrown up, but I can't remember who threw it up. I was just remembered, there's the ball, it's off, we're playing.
I think that's right. I think certainly all my attention is always on the ball, unless who's turning it up, and I think that'll probably be the case this time round, because everybody is going to be fixed on this as it gets launched, as it gets paraded at the lunch. It's all about the ball.
So on the back of that, it's been said by commentators on the game over the years, and rightly so, that to turn up the Shrovetide ball is the greatest privilege the town can bestow on anybody. How does that make you feel?
Pretty humbled, to be honest. It makes me feel like I've got a lot of work to do to earn this right. But I think possibly, or most likely, the greatest honour is to goal one.
And turn one up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wow, as I say, I'm hugely humbled by this.
Wonderful. Peter?
Yeah, I do agree with you on that, Andrew. That scoring one, I would say, is the ultimate thing, not doing it. I mean, I've had my hands on the ball quite a few times when it's been scored. I've been in a few draws. I've been in a punch-up before.
Really?
Yeah, but you can't actually fight back when you're holding the ball.
No.
So you're just taking the punches.
Face to fist.
Yes, headbutts, fisting. Yeah, but that's what it's all about. You know, if you don't want to get punched, don't go.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, there's, tempers are really high.
It's the nature of the beast, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But we all enjoy it, and then we just go back and have a drink together. It's all over.
So, Andrew, I don't know if you'll be even allowed to answer this question, but I'll ask it anyway, just in case. So, I know you've been knighted, but what would you say from these past few weeks would be the greater feeling, getting knighted or having the feeling of turning up a Shrovetide ball?
This is a no-brainer for me because I haven't actually been knighted personally. So that was my great-grandfather, so I have not earned that right. And whilst I still don't feel like I've truly earned this right yet, this is without doubt the greatest honour of my life.
Just in addition to that, before, Colonel Sir Peter Hilton said the same thing. He was knighted later, but he said to me once at the dinner in the reception that throwing the ball up still beat being knighted.
Oh,
yeah.
If you're from around here,
Well, it's the equivalent
it's
of, isn't it, really? It's the equivalent of that in Ashbourne. So how do you? So guys, how do your families? We're talking about you pair, but let's think about your wives and kids and things. How do they feel?
Very, very excited. I remember telling my wife came to bed and I said, "Oh, have you heard who's turning the ball up this year?" She went, "No, who is it?" I said, "It's me." She screamed.
Oh, right, right.
And then the kids are so excited, which is why I've put them on the ball.
Yeah. Cool. Pete?
Yeah, when John and Nigel came, and I didn't shut Heather in the front room on purpose. It was just that the dog was barking. And anyway, they came in, and she says, "I was listening, and I could hear these voices, and I was making out who they were." And then I was asking her to throw the ball up or not. Anyway, I just went back in. She said, well, she's going talking, didn't want to talk too loud, because I didn't even know whether I could tell Heather or not.
So on that level then, what was it like keeping it secret for a bit?
Difficult explaining my slightly nervous and erratic behaviour because my brain's been like spaghetti ever since.
I had one customer. She says, "Oh, do you know who's turning the ball up?" I said, "No idea. I don't have Ashburn Telegraph, so I wouldn't know."
It didn't go in on planned schedule, did it?
Was it ever tempting to tell somebody or tell your family that you were turning the ball up?
No, I didn't know. There was only Heather and myself that knew. I'd never told Matthew, Becky, any of the family. And they said, "Well, aren't you going to tell them?" I says, "No, they're going to learn."
What was their reactions like?
Well, Matthew had just come round to talk to us about something, and then his wife followed, Sam, and she's like saying, "Oh, your dad's turning the ball up, your dad's turning the ball up." I said, "What are you on about?" And then she had to get the phone out and show him, look, and then he's like,
"Oh, wow."
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to tell them. I wanted them to get the surprise like everybody else did.
I absolutely agree. I didn't tell the kids, until Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And the power of Shrovetide is such that it distracted them from the fact that it was Christmas.
Oh, right.
Oh, amazing.
They bought all their presents as well.
Yeah.
You got that one.
That went down the drain, you got that instead. Wonderful.
Much more valuable.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like Shrovetide is a greater feeling to Christmas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It kicks in. I mean, it starts for me in the beginning of December when I get the ball, and then waiting for who it is, finding out what they want, and then panicking that I'm not going to get it done. But we always do.
Yeah.
You always worry.
You don't know you do know how long you've got because of Shrovetide being at different times of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing now with the power of social media and stuff like that, and the instantaneousness of phones, I could contact Peter literally via Facebook and say, what do you want on your ball? When I first started doing this, over 36 years ago, whatever it was, I had to either phone them up on the landline or write to them and wait. And, if you're writing to, certain people you just can't phone up. Like, I couldn't phone the Prince of Wales up.
Well, no.
You couldn't just phone the Duke of Rutland up, things like that. You couldn't always phone up local baronets like Andrew and Richard Fitzherbert. You just couldn't do that, and you had to write a letter. And yeah, I know, but before but you just had to just do it in the right protocol. And I've written a couple of letters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's weird that way.
You lose precious days. Then.
Absolutely, yeah, you do. And time's of the element, guys, when you're painting these balls.
Yes, definitely.
Frightening amount of hours you put into them.
I think about 70 hours each. I think really.
It shows. It really does.
They're a lot more elaborate now than they used to be, and I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. What do you think?
Oh, I think they're wonderful. I think, the fact that you can create such beauties. I think if you can, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
I definitely like them. I like them better like this.
So, Peter, when you played, they were less elaborate. Do you think the difference is better?
Yes. Yeah. I definitely like them when they're like this, as against to when they were just white with God Save the King or Queen on it. And
Nothing wrong with a white ball.
But the thing was, as we were looking at Andrew, when you came in the historical centre, a short bit of film of your grandfather, Sir Ian Walker, throwing up the ball, and that was very simple. Just, I think it was a Union flag on the front, wasn't there?
Yes, exactly. And then 1931 written in bold on it. But they're all special, aren't they? And
how strange that my relative Norman Burton gold the ball that your grandfather threw up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
No, that's a nice link.
It is, yeah.
So speaking of Shrovetide balls, then, can you tell us what you've had painted on your Shrovetide balls?
I've had, I don't know, my van, red and black van, there, and then obviously my name, what Tim's done that. Ginny the dog, who everybody who knows me knows the dog, he's in the van. And then this one here is a steam lorry, and this steam lorry was actually on Osmiston Estates, which was owned by Andrew's great-grandfather. And then the jumper, the famous jumper, which is now in a museum.
It is.
And, of course, the colours, the Union flag, a must, and what crown is that, Tim?
Imperial State.
The Imperial State. There we are.
So,
brilliant.
Andrew, what have you got on yours?
So on mine, I've got a family crest to honour previous generations of my family, and my grandfather and my father who turned it up before me. So that was definitely had to go on the ball. And then the other thing close to my heart is Osmiston, which is where I spent the first few years of my life. And so it's got the sawmill of Osmiston, which is the most recognisable and iconic building in Osmiston. And then another slice of my heart is Glenmick up in Scotland. And so I have had to make reference to that on the ball. My family members, my wife and my 3 children, absolutely couldn't be left off the ball. And then my other passion, Atlantic salmon. I'm an obsessive angler, but I'm also heavily involved in the conservation of the Atlantic salmon. And so I thought it'd be fun to test Simon and put that on the ball, and he's done a remarkable job. It's stunning. And then on the bottom, he's crossed the Union flag with the Oakover flag, and then, of course, the crown on it too. It's a thing of beauty.
This is it. And then they all get bashed about. So what are your thoughts on what's going to happen to your wonderful artworks when those groping hands of humanity take them off you at the plinth both days? What do you hope that it'll stay on or come off quickly?
I hope that it'll last, an hour or two. But the removal of the artwork is an inevitability, and that just means that the game's been played hard, and so it's probably more tragic for you and Simon.
Terribly so. Not so much Simon, he doesn't bother so much, but for me it certainly is.
Funnily enough, I'm quite looking forward to seeing it when it's been played with.
Mm.
I know, as it is now, it's lovely, but I'm quite looking forward to seeing it when it's been battered and bashed about, and to see what actually lasts.
We do endeavour to keep the paint on, but it is an impossibility, really. I mean, some last better than others. There could be a load of factors involved, out the leather, the grease in the leather, the hardness or softness of the ball, how much water play it's had, has it been kicked on the road, which is another, factor.
Yeah.
But it's quite funny. I've said this oftentimes because I don't play it, I watch it, and I often get little old ladies pulling on my coat and saying, "Oh, your paint's come off, Duck, really quick this year." And I'm like, "Thanks."
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to.
Yes. So this year, both balls are heavier than more normal, especially Peter's ball. So, what was you shocked with the weight of them this year, or was you just like, it's a ball?
Well, I was shocked compared to the weight of Andrew's. It is heavy, though. Yeah. Hope it holds it down. Or goes down.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah.
You'd rather it go up, wouldn't you, Andrew?
I would.
Yes.
Definitely.
Got one of each this time.
Well, that's the right way. It's good to have some balance.
Absolutely. I mean, there's total balance in these balls. Peter's was made by a downward, painted by a downward, thrown up by a downward. Yours was made by an upward, painted by an upward, thrown up by an upward. You couldn't get better than that, could you, really?
Yeah. It's the way it's meant to be.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, then, are you hoping both that, so for you, are you hoping a downward goals, and for you, are you hoping an upward goals? Your balls. So what is that? What you're hoping for this year?
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah.
So I believe you've got a big surprise for Andrew. So
Yes. I've got a surprise here for him.
I think in the true nature of surprise, Andrew, I think you should close your eyes.
Oh,
Hold
no.
your hands out. Come on.
What?
Just imagine being 7 again. Hold your hands out.
I am worried.
Yeah.
Crikey. It's round. What's going on here then?
Have a look.
Oh, it's inside.
I've done some arm twisting and asking.
What is this? Wait a minute. You're joking.
What a surprise.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God.
This, folks, is the ball that his father threw up in 1978.
That. I never thought I'd get the chance to see it, let alone touch it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's very kind of
I rung
Steve
up.
to relinquish it briefly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve. That's very, very kind. It's mine now.
Take it home and hang it up.
Oh,
It was
wow.
your dad's till he scored it, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, you couldn't have given me a better surprise. That is fantastic. Still a lot of paint on it.
It scored very quick, wasn't it, Tim?
No, it's goal in the evening.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
it? That went
It's a
through
testament to
day's
Sandra
paint.
Chadwick's painting
is that how
skill.
it came back then?
That's how it came back, Archie.
Bulletproof paintwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things are so special.
So let's just talk a little bit about the artwork on this. Obviously, your dad's name's on it, and there's a horse on the front. Why is that?
He was a very keen horseman who, loved riding, thundering about the countryside, and so horses were very, very precious to him. And I'm sure my mother was very disappointed he didn't put her on the ball. But and then it's got ye old game on this side, which it is and always will be. And then the date, it was not gold, turned up, and gold, 7th of Feb, 1978, the year of my birth.
I actually played with that one.
The Union
Did you?
flag. Pete's already had his hands on this one.
I think you just see the remnants of the crown.
Okay, and it was a crown
Is that the transfer?
It would have been.
in the middle. Okay, so that's
Yes,
why
that's
that's the bit that's come off, because it was a transfer.
transferred to many people.
Yes, it's been through a few hands. Well, that's incredibly kind of Steve to let you bring that to show me. That's
Yeah, it's very good of him.
that's made my day. That so good. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
That is truly special. I'm gonna have to take a picture of it before I.
I'm afraid I couldn't get your
Before I
granddad's because
hand
that's
it
too
back.
far away, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Sadly.
okay.
Yeah, but I did try.
Fair enough.
Wonderful. So, guys, you've got the viewing public out there looking at the camera. So, starting with you, Andrew, and then Peter, what's your message to the people of Ashbourne and regard Shrovetide 2026?
Well, fight for this game. It's precious, and we must keep it for our future generations. So play hard and treasure this wonderful thing.
You've got to go out there and enjoy it. It's there to be played with and enjoyed. And hopefully it'll get scored either one way or the other. But just be careful what you do. And let's get it down.
Just on the face of this, yeah, many thanks to Stephen Challoner for allowing us to borrow this ball. And it also gives me an opportunity to correct a couple of mistakes on the Art of Shrovetide page. There was an image put up there recently of his father walking down the river when he goaled in 1956, and it was Cecil Challoner, not what the caption said, but that was because we were given duff information. And secondly, make it publicly known that Cecil did not ride a bicycle down to Clifton when he goaled his. He took it all the way and had the distinction of being the fastest ever goaler on record in 1951. Thank you very much.
There's a town still plays this glorious game, though 'tis but a little spot, and year by year the contest fought from the field that's called Shawcroft. Then friend meets friend in friendly strife, the leather fort again, and they play the game right manfully in snow, sunshine,